So for anyone who's seen Game Grumps before, you know how in love they are with DEEZ Nuts jokes. And even when Dan first joined the show way back in 2013, Arin and Dan quickly bonded over DEEZ Nuts.
What the hell was I going to say? I can't remember.
You were talking about DEEZ Nuts.
Oh, yeah. So it would be like, hey, what's your favorite baseball team? The Yankees. Oh, DEEZ Nuts! Like, what's the football team from Green Bay? The Packers. Pack DEEZ Nuts in your mouth! Like, it's just so, like, any excuse.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we did for fun.
Yup. Oh, and the Montreal Expos. They don't exist anymore, but they were a baseball team. So it was like, what was the baseball team from Montreal? The Expos. Expose DEEZ Nuts! It's like so stupid. So stupid.
Expose DEEZ Nuts!
I find two things really fascinating here, though, because number one, since they still make these jokes today almost a decade later, I think this makes DEEZ Nuts jokes their longest running joke ever.
Well, my friend Mark used to fucking eat the sugar stick right away and then just pour the dip into his mouth. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna get diabetes if you eat it like that. Not if you eat it normally. If you eat it normally, the sugar goes down. I think that's obvious. What?
Diabetes nuts.
That's real mature, Arin. It's a very serious medical condition.
But the second thing is what really interests me. Having listened to all the clips back to back, you can actually trace an arc, almost a plot line, throughout their DEEZ Nuts jokes. Let me show you what I mean. So in the early years, Dan and Arin are making DEEZ Nuts jokes while on the same team.
How many CDs or works does he? He's like, wow, really dating yourself, huh?
Yeah.
CDs.
CD's nuts. Yeah. I did that. I went there. You proud of me? Proud of me, Dad? All right. Did that really make you laugh? I was sure you were going to like fucking just look at me awkwardly. Was it because Heartbot 8000 was the one saying it?
No, it's because of Bofa.
Oh, Bofa. Yeah, Bofa these nuts.
Right, they're two friends simply making a silly joke and having a laugh, but over the years, Arin slowly begins to troll Dan more and more with each passing year until he finally springs the ultimate DEEZ Nuts joke upon an unsuspecting Dan. So on a scale of, let's say, 1 to Updog, the Super Metroid clip we started with is a 1, there's no trolling. A few years later, Arin turns it up to a 3 or a 4.
That got serious out of nowhere.
Yeah. This game feels like it was made by a para.
Pair of nuts? Where were we going with that?
Damn it! You fucking son of a bitch.
Well, I've finally known you long enough to keep my guard up at all times. Ever since the Updog tragedy of 2014.
That was not a tragedy. That was a miracle.
That was a triumph.
Triumph of all humanity, really.
Like, DEEZ Nuts jokes are the bear traps of the Game Grumps forest, and Arin is constantly trying to lure Dan to step on one. But Dan is onto this and continues to participate in the fun.
It was like
Okay, wait, do you want to have this conversation first?
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll talk about the FAOS. I found him, Green Hat Boy. He's using this place as a safe house for keeping his stolen goods. Apparently his name is Sockon.
Sockon?
Sockon these nuts!
Oh,
he bounds away.
Until that one day. Arin has been waiting for the right moment for years, and one day, Dan is extremely tired and Arin lands it.
The SS Updog.
Oh,
Very funny.
I love it.
It's good stuff.
Never lived that one down.
Yeah, that was pretty astounding, man.
Yeah, I guess it just shows how some of those jokes are colloquial, you know, if you don't happen to grow up in a certain area where everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Normally that's not a problem, it just means someone will play a hilarious jape on you and then you laugh amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
But in our case, as usual, a couple 100,000 people were watching, and they each told a friend.
Yeah. It's really popular on Grab On, though.
Grab On?
Grab on DEEZ Nuts, dude! Oh my god, dude!
Holy shit, bro!
Oh man.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
You've given me so much joy on this day, Dan. I can never repay you for this gift that you've given me.
You can repay me by not being my friend anymore.
Jesus Christ, this is so fucking funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me just say, if this was Arin's plan all along to slowly erode Dan's patience, every other comedian can retire because Arin is a genius who successfully executed the world's greatest DEEZ Nuts joke over the course of 9 years. All hail King Arin. But I do think it's interesting that while Arin trolls Dan, Dan almost never trolls Arin. It's created a situation where fans, over time, I think tend to root for Dan to win in competitive settings. In fact, Dan sort of addresses this after falling for the grab-on joke.
Sometimes, you just think, hey, he's my friend. He won't dime me out. He won't just, for a laugh, to ridicule me in front of strangers.
Holy shit.
He won't do that multiple times. No friend would do that. And then you kind of go to sleep at night with a smile on your face, knowing that you have good friends that won't fuck you over.
Sure.
And it just feels good. It just feels good. It's relaxing, is what it is.
I just couldn't believe it.
Well, I'm exhausted because I have crippling insomnia.
Right.
And in fact, before we did this episode, I needed 20 minutes to sleep.
Ever since that fateful day, Arin has been trying to get Dan again, but Dan's defenses have leveled up.
Oh, dude, so I pulled this magic card the other day. Here, check it out.
Fecundity?
Fecundity's nuts, dude!
Nice!
Come on!
I mean, like, obviously. There's no way you'd randomly ask me to say the name of a magic card unless there was a DEEZ Nuts joke attached to it. Would you like to share your incredible one that you got?
Well, that one's not mine. That one's going around.
It's really good.
That's how I got. Oh yeah. So you probably y'all DEEZ Nuts enthusiasts at home probably already heard this one, but yeah, I got Dan real good with. So I asked him. I asked him if you heard of the magic card Mind Goblin, and he wouldn't say it. So I kept going, and I was like, "Oh, have you seen the art?" And he was like, "Oh, I'd know it if I saw it." And I was like, "Oh yeah, man." No, it was that. Have you seen the art? Was the one that made you say it. So I was like, the art's really weird. Have you seen it? And you're like, for Mind Goblin? And I was like, Mind Goblin, DEEZ Nuts! Because Mind Goblin.
Well done.
So why have DEEZ Nuts jokes resurfaced in the first place? I mean, they're very old. I remember hearing them as a child in the 1990s, which makes sense since the origin seems to trace back to a Dr. Dre song from 1992.
Nah, what you gonna do today?
For destroying that letter.
Pick up my customer. I ain't gonna get my nails done.
Yeah.
Why, what's up?
Hey, did what's your name get at you yesterday?
Who?
DEEZ Nuts.
Oh, shut up, nigga.
But I want to ask you one question. If I had some nuts hanging on the wall, what's in my hell, honey?
It largely died down in popular culture for a while, but then in 2015, it was brought back to life in an Instagram video by creator Welvin the Great.
Did some come in the mail today? Oh, cause some came in the mail today. These nuts. Got him! Got him!
And my personal favorite appearance of DEEZ Nuts was in 2016. CBS News reported that a person whose actual legal name was DEEZ Nuts was running for president.
This guy, this candidate, this name, DEEZ Nuts, is polling among the other major contenders. Mr. Nuts came to prominence when he showed up in a survey earlier this month with 9% support. Not only is DEEZ Nuts appearing in polls, he also has a platform and is outlining for ballot access in every state on his website.
DEEZ Nuts took 9% of the votes in North Carolina, at which point I could die a happy man. I wondered whatever happened to this person, DEEZ Nuts, and it turns out at the time he was 15-year-old Brady Olson, and you can follow him on Twitter at DEEZ Nuts for Prez. In addition to being an incredible prank, it filled me with hope for the next generation. In the meantime, Arin, like Wile E. Coyote, is still unsuccessfully trying to trap Dan the Roadrunner with another joke.
Hello! And welcome to Mario Golf Super Rush.
Super Rush?
Yeah, this is very exciting. A new Mario Golf game.
I know. We love golf games.
Yeah, this just came out. I don't know anything about it, really. Other than that this episode is sponsored by your favorite fast food company.
What? Wendy's?
When DEEZ nuts go in your mouth! Sorry,
That's amazing! How has nobody done that to me yet?
Key members of society use their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. Powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. It was a hoot.
Despair DEEZ nuts.
Oh! Oh!
Thank you. Only took me 2 entire games to think of that one.
That was fucking great.
Disparities nuts, dude! Oh, dude, that's a Nagito. It's like the ultimate despair. It's like disparities nuts?
Yeah. Anyway, you're dead.